everything is okay. But I wonder if you can tell me why Nargis have sunglasses. Why can't we see her face? Can you tell me this, Amir? Why Nargis have sunglasses?
Nargis doesn't have to answer to you, Amos.
I'm talking to Amir. I didn't talk to Salah. Talk to Amir. Why is Salah?
I don't know, Amos. No comments. But why are you feeling down today?
I kill, but by just looking at you.
Knows by looking. She has the death stare.
The killer look.
Amir, you're responsible for every person in your room. You're the moderator, you're the responsibility. Like I said to Bibi Netanyahu, I tell him you're the prime minister, your responsibility.
Amos wants to do a room with me. He said his dream is to get 100 people in the room. He's going to have his genocidal maniac friends, and I'm going to have non-genocidal maniacs myself.
He's just jealous from you, won't lie.
That's true.
But you know,
It's true.
Not right that I want to be like Amir, open a room, everybody will come to me. I'm fighting for every person to come to my room, and everybody run to Amir.
No, you got to open one every day, almost. You got to be
Amir, tell us, open a room with Amos, man. This is not right.
That's what I'm saying, you know. That'd be interesting.
Amos, can I hear you apologize one time with the amount of shit you have said? One time, because it makes me look really, really bad. You said you kill 30,000 babies to save 4 hostages. You said a whole bunch of crazy shit to Ace and all the other women that I'm not in room with. And one woman, you even back channel her about some private, you know, kinky stuff.
You must understand something, that in the virtual life, each one of us is a kind of between fantasy to real, you know. Each one of us can say a story. I can tell you I'm tall, I can tell you I'm thin, I can tell you I'm fat, I can tell you I'm the prime minister. I can tell you any story I want about myself. I can say I'm a taxi driver. Do you have any proofs that I'm a taxi driver?
I trust your word, Amos. You're an elderly. I take your word. Okay.
So when I say about my fantasy to release my hostages, so I said about the fantasy that I can kill 20,000 children to see the hostages releasing. But of course, you know, I don't mean it, but you want to take it to make propaganda against me. You know?
Well, why don't you say what you mean, Amos? How many people would you kill? How many babies would you kill to save 4 hostages? What is a regular number for you? 4 people, 3 people, 2 people?
50,000 people.
No, give me the straight. Don't lie. No lie.
That's a fact that I killed 50,000 people and now they start release. But I don't think they care about the number. Hamas, I killed 1 million. They still will have 1 million more in Gaza. They don't care about life. They don't care about nothing. But at least I want to say
you think everybody, even the newborn, is Hamas, huh?
In Israel, the understandable is the Donald Trump is the magician who has the magic to release the hostage. So maybe. I was against him, by the way. I don't like. For me, Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu are the same. Same crazy people that you don't know what to expect from them. You don't know what they will do. But if he succeeds to release, to start a kind of releasing, so it's okay with me.
All right. Okay.
But don't take every word virtual person, whether it's Amos or it's any other person in the room. So many rubbish people say it's virtual people. I don't know, you sit here from the morning till night, or you have the trees of dollars outside of your house that you go out and money to bring food to your refrigerator, Amir. I don't understand. Every time I come here, this room is open, and a lot of people, yes, I'm jealous, that a lot of people, and also pretty women coming to you, and not to me.
He wants the women. How much can I share your story? You moderate with Yael. She moved you down and kicked you out of the room, your own room. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I was in that.
Respect.
It was me and Amos, and then I went and opened up a room. I didn't know she picked Amos.
Where is that woman? There's only that. One of the people I want to wipe the floor with on this app after the ceasefire is Yael.
Her reputation is gone in the toilet. It's in the toilet. So don't waste your time on her. Honestly, she said some disgusting things about.
No, I want to say some disgusting things to her as well.
Oh, you know what she'll do? She'll ask for your phone number. She has an Arab fetish. So ask her.
I don't mind, Danny. I'll give it to her in all three holes. In all three holes, I'll give it to her.
Oh, you won't be able to get rid of her.
Anyways, I think this is not one of those rooms, Cynic. Let's keep it PG. We have Caleb here. What's up, Caleb? What do you want to talk about today? What are we going to agree on today? Let's see. Are you going to agree on apartheid today or not?
You see this thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it
No
is?
comments.
No comment.
It's really hard to get.
This says.
Amos, are you
This is
going to open the room? Have fun in the room, then.
Tomorrow night, of course. Tomorrow night.
Of course. I asked you, give me some shekel, maybe I make you more in this room for one day. No shekel, no money, no hats.
Listen, I make a picture now of all the people in this room. Each one who will not come to my room tomorrow, I will make him a cook.
Chemistry with someone.
You'll make them a what?
We'll make us what?
I judge him in Hag. I
Court?
complain in Hag. Yes. I go to Hag and complain that they didn't come to my room.
Tomorrow, we're gonna go to Amos's room.
We need shekels, I need shekel, Amo. Otherwise I
But
can't.
Amos, you have to mod Amir at least.
Oh, no, bro, I can't.
That's my fantasies.
Amos, you say a whole bunch of crazy shit. You don't want to take it.
And there will be 100 people in the room, I think. That's my fantasy. Me and Amir moderator, and 100 people in the room.
Amos, I can say definitely your room is fun. It's definitely.
Very specific on 100 people.
Yeah, he wants. That's his goal. You know, it's good to have objectives. This is good. You have to find a way to get to that 100 people. And maybe resistance will come.
Amos, send me shekel. Maybe I buy you a fake visitor tea.
I always go to his room. The problem is that he started letting those crazy.
You know, Cedric, there was a website. There used to be a website online.
I'm going to go tomorrow. Resistance, you got to come in.
You can get fake visitors. You know.
Promise me every weekend.
Put under pressure by El Nastro and Daniel. Like they put him under pressure.
I know.
You're resistant and sign a kill you, but you might as well come and just make
What I'm saying is that I like your room. You're not listening. I like your room. You should be fair.
Yeah, but you cannot make balagan and just shouting and shouting and shouting.
Different. You allow them to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Princess.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome everybody who has showed up today to the extending their stay in Lebanon for 30 more days because they don't want to leave. They just want to occupy, steal more land. And my friend Amos here will convince you with his leftist tone that that's not true, that the Israelis are not bad people, that they're not occupiers, and that they're actually a decolonizing project. Wild enough. Amos, how you doing, brother? You good?
If I'm good,
Amos?
yes.
Amos Kibbutzi?
Amos Kibbutzi, it's okay.
How's the traffic, Amos?
The traffic now, it's nice.
Amos, I have a question. What do you think of a normal?
He's a very clever person.
Yep, clever means liar.
He's a very sneaky person. Sneaky,
Yeah, no, that's what he's trying to say. When Amos says clever, it means sneaky. It's not a compliment.
Almost. Keep going. Tell me more.
What I can tell you more about what?
Do
About
you think he's a vile person?
what? Who?
Normal.
Normally, he's one of the most cleverest Jewish I met. You don't agree with him, but
I don't think he's clever at all, though.
you don't think he's clever.
You think he's clever?
I know you the same as I know Moro. It seems to me very, very kind and clever. Let's say the truth. Yael was the first one in the Moro.
You think Edward is clever? Edward is.
Wait, Amos, you gonna let me mod in your room tomorrow?
No
Why
chance. No.
Why not? You let me mod before. I did a good job.
No, it's a Yael. You give Yael a moderator.
I wasn't modded then. I wasn't modded then.
I think you moderator.
That was you mixing it up.
Iraq is gonna release all the prisoners who are accused of attacking American forces or being part of ISIS.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Things. Everybody. Thousands are gonna be released. Very interesting. I wonder why. Maybe they're afraid of what's gonna happen in Syria is gonna happen in Iraq.
Friends,
Fucking, I wonder what the Americans think about this.
You think Turkey will take Syria?
Turkey already took Syria, almost.
Amos, you want to move to Africa? Let's say if the state was located in Africa, the Jewish state, would you move to Africa?
No, I'm too old to start moving now. I'm dying my kibbutz. It's too late, Amir. But I hope that tomorrow you come to my room and we
Amos, what do you think about the criminal in the West Bank, the settlers? They're terrorizing the shit out of the Palestinians.
The terrorists and the Nukhbut are the same to me. They are the Jewish Nukhbut. They are Nukhbut Muslim and they are Nukhbut settlers. So, what can I do? If there is a war, and right now there is a war, the police try to, they're crazy, they put this paper, I don't know what you know, this, you put in the eyes and it's burning the eyes. Pepper, or what you call it. The settlers put in a policeman and they shoot.
Pepper spray.
Yeah, they put pepper spray on a policeman and he shot them. They are badly wounded till today in the hospital.
Yeah, but you have to tell the whole story. Say that the IDF shot those settlers thinking they were Palestinians. Tell the whole story, not half of it.
No,
They didn't shoot the settlers because they were shooting them from doing something. They shot them because they misidentified them.
No.
Yes.
But yeah, okay, I'll go with your resistance. You see,
Because you're telling not the truth, Amos. I know the story. I look at the news every day. The writing right now between the settlers and the IDF is because the IDF soldiers shot two settlers that they thought were Palestinians. This is
possible. But don't forget from this village go out Palestinian no matter Jewish. That's why they go there. They're crazy and they are crazy. If you want to say the whole picture, so say that one day before come terrorists and kill Jewish from this village. So, that's a war, and if people want to a war is killing and death and wounded, and no one in the room understands the meaning. You're just speaking, but no one in the room understands the meaning of this word war. No one in the room. pass it on his body.
No one.
No one, not you cyanide, no you resistance, you just paka paka. Gulu gulu.
Paka paka. Paka paka. זבל, זבל. אנחנו זבל.
סנד, you say אנחנו זבל?
כן,
סנד.
אנחנו זבל.
You speak Hebrew?
Little, what is it? You guys make it seem like Hebrew is so hard, man. אנחנו. Home. We literally have the same.
They took a lot of Arabic words, but
They literally have the same adjective. We have the same
you
pronouns.
realize they borrowed from us. You know that, right?
Who, he, same thing. Everything's like, dude. Honestly, I think it would take me a month.
What is
To
this?
really get Hebrew down.
Cyanide,
The only
what is
problem
the
with that,
picture? What is
only
this
problem with
picture
that
on your
is that Arabic is
title?
much
Donald
older than
Trump
your
with
language.
the...
He's a Nukhba. Donald Trump, Nukhba.
Donald Trump is a Nukhba?
He's a Nukhba. Donald Trump give us victory, man. Why not? We love Donald Trump.
Hey, what's up, Benzie? Benzie is back with
איזה יופי.
We thank Allah, then we thank Hamas, and then we thank Donald Trump.
So you like Donald Trump?
Hey man, I go by what
wanted
Hamas
to-
says. Hamas said, thank
wanted
you,
to
Donald
let you
Trump.
know,
I go, thank you, Donald Trump.
Prince, Prince, you can get in touch
Hamas
with that.
thanked Donald Trump. It did.
Is it? Follow me back.
If you know
Please
Hebrew,
again. Follow me back. Follow me back.
איזה יופי speaking Hebrew?
Come on, Kia.
איזה יופי.
אני מחייבת את עברית.
וואי, איזה איפוק, יאללה. Fascinating, איזה יופי. Where are you right now? Are you in Israel?
Wait a minute. Hold up. Why are we having a personal conversation on a public stage?
איזה יופי, this is a virtual life, it's not personally. You come to this room, so you have to speak freely. We speak freely in the room, no secrets.
Amos, I speak more freely in this room than you do.
So איזה יופי, it's a kind of Hebrew. So I wonder, where are you right now?
רגע, עמוס, אתה לא מכיר אותי?
That's in Somali language, right? Amos, come here.
Well, that's so Jewish.
Or quiet.
Sometimes Amos has invited me on Shabbat to come into his rooms at 12 o'clock midnight.
So why didn't you come?
אני שומרת שבת.
שומרת שבת. איזה יופי, שומרת שבת.
Izzy.
Yeah.
Follow me back.
Wait, who's talking to me right now? Prince. Okay, I'm coming.
Don't follow Prince. Prince is Nukhba. Don't follow him.
Alhamdulillah. Follow me back, Amos.
Wait, Amir.
There was a
I did follow him.
girl.
Is it good?
There was a Zionist girl, Amos. There was an Israeli girl
זה
called.
גלילאו, הפרנד שלי. גלילאו, עושה פרינץ.
Almost.
לא, גלילאו, I haven't seen you for a long time, גלילאו.
I'm here almost.
Izzy, come.
You also promised me every Friday night, but you didn't come. You also Jewish religious that they don't come on Saturdays.
Yeah, Habibi, Amos. Yeah, Amos. There was an Israeli girl called Hannah. Do you know her?
I think she's a Canist, no?
She's a what?
Canistit.
Hannah?
What?
איזה יופי, explain them what is
What did he say, Izzy? Did he say she's a whore? Did he call her a whore?
Whore is a zona. So no,
What
he
did
didn't.
he call her? What did he call her?
I barely heard him, but he said a conist? A con artist? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, she is? The one with the big lips, the duck lips?
I think she was a Canist. I'm not so sure because The same as איזה יופי,
Yeah, I
don't,
got
remember, I talked to so many people I don't remember.
So شنو actually? بختص بعض.
Rav Dudi is the
English, guys, English. This,
like no, you said, did you say con artist or kahanis, like male kahane? Which one?
yeah, like Meir Kahana. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So very, very, very extreme right wing.
Talking about Jewish movement. When I said to somebody he's a Kahanist, I mean he's a Nukhba. But from the other side. The settler side.
Amir, I had the most amazing day. I met some Palestinian brothers. I went in to do a mailing, and just awesome. I wanted to do a mailing, and you know how like if you bring a box and you like go to mail something, they'll usually take it if you have a QR code. So I didn't have the QR code, and they were like, "Yo, you're gonna have to." What did they say? They said I'm gonna have to print it out for $2, and I'm gonna have to get a bag for like $5, another $7. And I'm like, yo, you guys know, first of all, I had just met these people, right? So I need to let you know, I'm straight up Yehud. I ain't trying to spend 20 extra cents. And they're like laughing and we're joking. Like, have you ever been in Israel? And I'm like, yeah, we're apart. And we're talking. And I was just like, all right, let me run to my car. But before I go, free Palestine! And they were like, you don't have to go to your car. You just said the magic word. We're going to give you whatever you want for free. And they did. But it was so fun, like laughing and joking. And it was like, yo, we don't hate anybody. They're like, real Jews can get anything from us. But people who come in hateful, angry, upset about nonsense, nah, we don't have no time for that. So I made 6 new friends today. It was awesome. No. What?
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. What's mazel tov?
I'm waving at you.
Mazel tov. My saying.
Mazal tov.
I think he's gonna tell you something that remember we talked about a couple days ago. So just talk to Fritz just for 1 minute.
Now. Oh, I didn't see it. I got you. All right.
All right.
Sweet. I can't believe you showed your face back here.
We got Himothy. Is it Himothy or Himothy? What's up, Himothy?
It's Timothy.
Himothy. You're atheist, aren't you?
Hold on, Amir. Wait a second. Hold on.
I know. He's a good Salafi atheist. I don't know what to try to call him.
Hold on. Let me talk to him for a second. Timothy, I was really mad at you, and I'm still very mad at you, but I've been more upset at myself all freaking day. Like, I'm really, really upset that I got so upset. Like, really, Timothy, we need to have a talk on what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I really, as you can see, got angry, but I've been hurt all day, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you. I even told Nargis, I was like, Nargis, have you ever lost your shit on anyone on the app? Well, now you know who I was talking about, Nargis.
I've called him with your names. It's okay.
Yeah, Nargis called me a blackie one time.
I said sorry, blackie.
What the hell is going on? Okay.
He called me a creature right after that. But he said beautiful creature.
Cora, get out of my room.
I'm feeling bad all day. Like, I haven't gotten over it.
Why? It's just Timothy. For God's sake.
No, because I told him to shut the fuck up, and I feel bad.
Somebody needed to say it, so it's a lot to do.
Be proud, Timothy is a proud Christian. Be proud of it.
In the interest, yeah, like as a response to your olive branch, I forgive you and admit that yes, it was in fact you who was wrong. I did not know. I was obviously correct.
She can't take it.
No.
He said kneel and then tell me so.
What you did was legit very wrong. To the point that everyone knows, like, it's hard to get me to the point where I would be like, shut the F up. Like, that's pretty bad. You gotta know that I was that upset.
He did the same with me. And then I had to go on my knees and say sorry just because I called him a haughty blackie.
You should do it again. Both of you owe me an apology.
Okay, now you stop talking. You're making it worse.
No.
Second of all,
I'm village school.
But also, Timothy, I do think that what you did is wrong, and I don't think it's okay, and I don't understand it, and it makes me very sad and upset. But even if you did something wrong, even if you were being wrong, I know I could have handled it differently and better. So.
Although
Wait. Is Timothy now aligned with Christ, or what? Do you accept Christ, or is this just
he's
a troll?
Salafi. He's always been a Salafi.
You know the conversation that you and Andrew had today. So him and Andrew had a fight, and the reason they had the fight is because of the seed that
No, we didn't have a fight. What do you mean?
Now listen to what I'm saying.
I miss those rooms, actually.
Listen to what I'm saying. Timothy came in and planted a seed, and Mikhail doesn't know how that conversation got introduced. Well, I'm going to tell you how that conversation got introduced. It was through Timothy, and that's exactly what he was doing, was being an agent of chaos, and it took root, and it produced exactly what he wanted.
Problem of evil? I mean, Timothy, literally the problem of evil is his bread and butter. Like, what are we talking about?
It wasn't just the problem
Exactly.
of evil. You don't know what he did to introduce a particular conversation intentionally as the agent of chaos that he likes to be.
So, no, as my Salafi brother, I do respect him, of course, and I have to go put on my burqa.
Inshallah.
But more importantly, what did he do?
Are you talking burqa talk with other women? Like, am I hearing you actually talk about burqa?
Yeah, I always clad up the moment Timothy comes around.
That's funny.
And he drops his eyes.
That's like basically you're talking sex talk to him when you talk about burqa.
He really loves
You
that.
might as well be talking phone sex.
What are you talking about?
He tells me every time, like, he enters a room, he says, "Sister, please, can you go put on your burqa?"
Yeah, that's phone sex.
I'm doing this. I'm doing it for your benefit, so that you guys can go to Jannah.
Well, maybe if you lowered your gaze, perhaps.
I'm not gazing. I'm not gazing. You guys are the ones who have these inappropriate images as your PTRs.
You guys.
Seriously, tell him.
Tell them. That's what I'm just trying to listen. I'm trying to advise them.
I've been sick all day because I yelled at
But why not start him out with a hijab? Yeah, why all the way?
Because that's what
Nagas needs a niqab because of.
Are they like that beautiful? They need a cover. I get it.
I'm not gonna disagree with that statement, but that's not the reason. No.
I'm gonna put on my niqab right now. Hold on.
Yes. So
Nagas, you need to forgive Albedo, man. I think you're being a bit unfair.
I like baptized in blitz time.
We do not mention.
Why
I'm
should
being serious. Why can't someone be?
Forget him to watch. Like, there was no.
Side.
No, it's like apparently you freaked out on him because he said that he doesn't take a view on Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, that's a bullshit.
Don't believe what you hear.
Oh, is that not true?
Okay, but what's Israel and Palestine compared to supporting the Iranian regime?
Oh,
that's
we're not going down that path. Thank you.
Why is that so wrong?
He didn't tell you why I freaked out on him. It wasn't about not taking a stance. It was that he was telling me not to take a stance. And I'm sorry, there's a distinct oppressor and there's a distinct oppressed. And I'll die on that cross.
Maybe there's a misunderstanding because I don't think that's what he thinks. So maybe you guys should sort it out, you know?
No,
Sailor, look, I'm not. I wasn't trying to like upset you or whatever. But I maintain everything I said. Like I don't. So if you don't want to talk about those things, that's fair. But then it's not really fair if you like kind of respond to a point and then I offer a retort and then you get like upset and feel like you're being victimized because you should just disengage. If you're not interested in, if you think that engaging on those topics reflects poorly on you, respectfully, you can't blame me for that because I initially was criticizing Andrew granted, I did include you as well. Like I did say, Sailor believes this too. But it's you have a choice at that point whether or not it's a it's a point of contention you want to engage. No, if you do engage it, then you can't get upset and say like, oh, I'm targeting you, and I'm because ultimately it's like a belief that you actually hold.
Habibi, listen to me. This room.
Habibi, I know that's a night. Allahu Akbar.
The truth that's
Habibi, I know that's a night.
And some people try to deny that it's even a genocide. And you came in, and the conversation became very distant.
Good evening, Deidre. This is John. Hope you had a lovely day. If you're free this evening, if you want to chat or if you'd like me to give you a call, I'd love to say hello. And hope you had a great day. Bye. That's how you do it, Alan.
A million times. And it becomes disingenuous. Like, when it comes to the Palestinian cause and what I feel like you were up to. It's like not everything is funny, Hoodie. Like I know, like we're.
Why do you think it's a joke?
He's trying to genocide Andrew Tate. That's what he's trying to do.
Mikhail, please, let me and Hoodie hash this out real quick, because you know already like his responses, and you know what he thinks, and you damn well, Hoodie, damn well know that he doesn't think that the Palestinian people should be genocided. So you're coming around, well, you do advocate for genocide, don't you, Andrew? Not a good time. This is what I don't understand. Yeah, you came around.
Why did you have exclusive access to? Wait, hold on. Why did you have exclusive access to ridiculous justifications?
And I'll hand it to you, and I'll be quiet. I'm almost done. Okay? I'm almost done.
You're still repeating the same things you said earlier.
You came into the room to give your friend a hard time of whether his text condones genocide or not, and tie that into should he be against genocide for the Palestinian people. Whatever, you're doing it in the wrong room. And I don't think that what you were doing and saying was disingenuous, because Andrew doesn't condone the genocide of the Palestinian people. So the narration that you were creating in that moment.
I think he's agnostic to whether it is a genocide.
No, he believes it's a genocide.
I think he's agnostic, to be honest.
No, he's like both sides. He does that, symmetry nonsense.
I mean, to be fair to him, he's agnostic mainly because he hasn't read anything about, he has no familiarity with it. But that's kind of besides the point. I'm actually not trolling, just to be clear. Like, obviously, I try my best in most of the conversations I have to, enjoy them. So, as a result, I kind of always try to, inject a bit of levity into the discussions I'm having. But I'm actually being very sincere. Like, why do you think you have exclusive access to this set of justifications? You don't think people who support Israel, like Zionists, can just do the same dumb shit that you guys do? And that's what I'm trying to highlight here. I'm trying to say, look how ridiculous it would be if someone was to actually attempt to justify the slaughter of Palestinians by saying, when we say they're human animals, what we really mean is they have Nephilim blood in. They have magical special properties that make them evil inherently. Like, we all think that's retarded. That's ultimately what you guys are saying, right? And you want to do it for this historic case. Now you might want to say something which I think is reasonable, which is, to be honest, given how far, how long ago all that stuff occurred in the Bible, even if it was to be historically accurate, it's so far away that I don't even I don't assign any real credence to that actually happening. Like, it's one of these things where it's like, this is a way I could explain a story, and that's fair, but that's not what you guys do in these discussions. You say, I believe that occurred, and this is the justification for it. Okay, these people are going to justify this atrocity in exactly the same way. They're going to say it's not an atrocity. And I just think you guys can't have your cake and eat it in these kinds of situations where you go no, this is a whole different discussion. It's like, no, that would be a historic case of genocide. Now, 2,000 years or 6,000 years or however long ago that was alleged to have occurred, 6,000 years in the future, you don't think if there are still, if the human population or race is still divided into these ethnic groups, you don't think some ethnic if Israelis still exist or Israelites or whatever, you don't think that will justify this genocide in the same way?
What are your friend out there?
God revealed it to
Sorry,
divide if he wanted.
I don't know if you noticed, Pastor, me and Timothy are talking. please. Just,
Okay,
So if you could finish it within the next few minutes, because we gotta pass the mic around.
You're talking about Christianity, so we
All right,
hear
well,
the
that's
full story
fine.
live.
That's fine. We're still talking. Thank you. I just think that, like, whenever we're having, like, a room that's particularly about defending the Palestinians from genocide, and then you come in and you want to hash a conversation that we've already had 55 million times, it's disingenuous. And I think that you have, and I guess, how can I translate ragemindare? How can I translate that? Like, you're
mean-veined.
You have a mean vein. Like, there's a vein to you that's just downright mean. Like, you come in to start a fight to, like, basically to say, well, like, to have that like, if we're not in God talk, like, we're literally in a room that is defending the Palestinians from genocide, and you're coming in and you're saying, but don't y'all support genocide? Don't you defend genocide? Don't you support genocide? When you know that's not the case, that's just mean. Like, you're mean-spirited. Like, I don't know why that's the case, but it's just mean-spirited. It would be different if you don't know what we think. It would be different if you were curious about it and you were coming in to find out about it. But when you know all the answers and you're just creating the conversation so other people will fight, and literally Andrew will be on the defensive when you know his answers, just to create chaos. It's just being an agent of chaos, and I think that's just mean-spirited. And that does make me upset, because then you've hijacked the conversation from the Palestinian people, and we're discussing whether the Amalekites were related to the Nephilim, and now we have to. Now we're on the defensive about what we believe about the Amalekites and if they were related to. But hold on, I'm almost done. You know what our answers are. Like, you know what we believe concerning some of those things. But now we got to explain it for other people, because you're acting like you don't know the answers to those things. And I've told you before, either, they're lying and these were actual people and, they weren't related to the Nephilim, then that's what was happening in history. Or maybe there's some truth to it, and there were fallen angels that saw women and they had children, and that mutation was in the human genome. Maybe that's true too. But just the fact that we've already had the conversation, you know all the answers, and then you're coming at it like an innocent bystander that doesn't know the answers just to be an angel.
I never done a lie. You're just lying. I didn't. When did I say I didn't know your answers? I don't care. Your answers, I know what all of your answers are, and they're silly. That's why I'm bringing it up. No, like, it's the opposite of what you're saying. I'm bringing it up precisely because I know what you think.
Don't you support genocide?
Yeah, you do. Like, what do you want me to tell you? This is why I said, look, don't have these conversations if you're this sensitive. No, you're legitimately say like I'm not even trolling. Don't have these conversations if you're sensitive. If someone comes into a room and tells you, Andrew, you elect to respond. Hold on, look, can I?
I'm not sensitive to somebody who comes in genuinely wanting to know the answer. You're not genuine.
Why did you just mute me?
Because
why the fuck did you apologize to do the same thing again?
No, I have
you know me. Why did you apologize?
If somebody comes into the room and they're like, Sayla, you're a Christian.
Bro, why the fuck are you repeating yourself? You just said it like a whole minute ago.
In your text, it talks about how the Amalekites are.
Why are you repeating yourself? Do you think nobody heard you the first time? Why are you repeating?
Because a real genuine conversation will be somebody who doesn't know shit about my answers comes in and is like, excuse me, Sayla, like you're a Christian, and in your text it talks about the eradication of the Amalekites. How does that fit into what's happening to the Palestinians? That's a genuine conversation that I'm willing to engage. But what you did,
why did you apologize
right
to do
now,
the same thing
even
again?
right now, you're being disingenuous.
Why did you apologize? Don't fucking apologize
to no end.
Don't apologize.
That's what pisses me off to no end, is that even now you're being disingenuous. You come in and you start saying, but don't you support genocide? Do you? Not to me, but to also even Andrew.
Don't be cool with me. Don't try to be cool with me.
You're hijacking the conversation for your own amusement because you're mean-spirited. That's why.
Alright. Don't tell me no apologies after this. Don't say like peace offering, bygones, and all that shit, because she's just
Why?
gonna do the same shit again.
Well, we're having a conversation. I'm not telling you to
You
shut
just
the fuck
muted me
up.
100 times. You apologized.
I
Spoke
did.
for like 5 minutes. Then as soon
Absolutely.
as I started responding, you started muting me and then repeating yourself.
Because you're lying
So
again.
you're
And I
not really
can't stand your
apologetic. You weren't
disingenuousness.
apologetic. You were just
I
upset
don't
you didn't
stand
get
for
your opportunity to
gaslighting.
speak your
You
mind.
need to know
That's
that.
why you're upset.
When you gaslight, I'll
You
mute
don't give a
you.
shit.
When you bullshit, I'll mute you. Timothy, everybody saw.
What are
They're
you
not
doing?
blind.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm muting you because it pisses you off.
This isn't gonna end the way you want it to. Like, trust me.
No, that's fine. I'm sure you're very
That's
vindictive. I'm sure you can
No,
read
I'm not
the bar.
vindictive. I'm just not gonna. The next time you try to say sorry, I'm just gonna go, no, it's cool. Like, forget about it.
There's nothing. I said sorry for telling you to shut the fuck up. I'm not sorry right now for telling you that I think it's a very disingenuous thing that you do. I'm not sorry
I'm not
for
being
that.
disingenuous. You think stupid things. I told you they were stupid, and you got upset because you're really
That's
sensitive.
okay. I'm not
That's
upset.
it. That's all that's happened multiple times.
I'm
And I
upset
didn't come in the
trying
room
to hijack the
address you.
conversation.
You're just still doing it. Do you want to shut up for a second? Do you want to stop talking for 1 second?
No.
You've been talking non-stop since you were fucking apologized.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, I came in the room to speak and to say something about Andrew. You were talking about whether Andrew supported genocide, and I said something about Andrew, and you volunteered a response. No one addressed you. No one targeted you. Then I responded to the dumb shit that you said, and you were too sensitive. Why are you still talking now?
Because you're lying. You keep lying.
But that's
Whenever
not
you
dumb,
lie,
bro. That's like what happened. And you're doing the same thing now. I came into the room, you addressed me. I'm responding to the dumb shit you said, and you're upset.
Just to be fair, he was addressing. Hold on, he was addressing Andrew. He wasn't addressing you.
But he even said himself, yes, I did include you. Did you not hear him say that?
Yeah, at some point I said, oh, Sailor believes this too. You choose to respond to these things. Then when I actually address your actual silly beliefs, you get really, really sensitive and call me mean. Okay, stop fucking responding then. Like, I have a right to speak about what I want to speak about with other people, right? You don't have a monopoly of, where
No,
or
let me
say
see,
of
you
what I
don't
can
have
speak
a
about.
right. When you
Okay,
come
cool.
into
If
this
you
room and you want to hijack the conversation
why
for
do you
your
keep muting
purposes,
me? Like,
to get your little mean rocks off,
I'm
to
not
get your
listening
little
to you. You're
mean
saying
ding
same
dong
shit
up,
over
you're
and
not
over.
going to say
Brothers and sisters,
just to get your little mean ding
I
dong
want you
up.
guys,
I'm not going to let you
to
hijack the
consider
conversation.
something. Salah,
What is happening, Salah? You're
You engaged in it. What the fuck are you talking about? You didn't tell me don't talk about this. You actually tried
okay,
to.
wait. Can you do us a favor though? Because some of us.
And then you got upset because it wasn't my fault.
Hey, we're being held hostage by this conversation. We can't even move forward. We can't continue the
I've
original
got
dialogue.
to like defend myself.
Okay, but I need you to
There's nothing to defend yourself on.
Hey, you can do that in a private room. You don't have to do
Why
that.
did you do this when someone else was?
Yeah, you guys can go in a private room. That's
right.
One second. Timothy, like, seriously, there's nothing to defend yourself. She literally said nothing. She literally said nothing.
I said nothing? I thought I talked for a while.
No, you pretty much just repeated your grievances like 2-3 times.
So
That's it.
let her empty it out. She wants to get
But
it
why
out.
though? Why apologize though? That's stupid.
I apologize.
Why can't we go into a private room to hash this out?
Because we want you to hear it.
Yeah.
I want you to hear it.
Okay. Well, can you do me a favor?
I want you to be the judge.
You cannot suppress a loud voice.
All I'm gonna ask is that if anybody wants to engage in mental masturbation, that they do it in private.
That's a way to describe
Do it
it.
with you there. I want you.
Use your own hands.
Hey, Mindy, I'll be back.
Your own hands. I'm not helping you all the way back.
Hold on. Just to be fair, even though Himati started the convo, right, and Cynic and Andrew went back and forth, and I actually enjoyed it. There's people in here, they enjoyed it as well, by the way, Sarah. So I don't see a problem there, But anyways, we can move on to something else.
Just we love Andrew. So
Yeah, no problem, man. Like I said,
Yeah, you're welcome in here. Look, I do.
offend anyone when I
Bro, Himati, I do offer limited freedom of speech, like earlier. You can curse at people. If they curse at you, I don't mind. Okay?
Yeah, did I cuss at anyone?
No. If you do, if somebody curses at you, you can curse back at them. I do offer limited freedom of speech. Okay, limited.
I have more left.
If you do blasphemy about Islam, then I'm gonna have to.
never that's religion.
No, I'm a sort of, but I have more
I thought towards religion.
I get a wider berth when it comes to Zionists, right? Like I can insult them more, right?
I mean,
Go off the handles.
Did you not see Cynic, bro? He
Go
was
off the
going
handles.
crazy.
It's okay.
Yes, what's
I
your
agree with you, Timothy, and I think
Cynic.
Andrew's coping, and yes, they use those very verses to justify.
Leave
I
Andrew
agree with everything you said.
alone. Hashtag free Andrew. Stop.
Thank you.
All of
Hashtag
you.
free
Wait, did
pastor.
you say hashtag free Andrew?
JB's in his own room called Fakes, Frauds, and Wannabes. He must be projecting. It's an older room.
That means we're gonna pay off all our debt with our XRP stockpile. It's gonna.
I wonder if Jason Williams owns XRP.
He owns everything, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, even John Foforty owns XRP.
No, he does not.
Yeah, he has like a wallet that he couldn't get it off of or something, like $20 worth. It was $20 worth a while ago, so it probably might be able to withdraw it now. Or whatever.
Yeah, it might be $60 now.
Bobby has gotten in relationships with some of these things. So, but hold on, Bill E, check the IG.
What? You would have failed if you were in Abraham's position.
No.
So, yeah. You just said if God told you to do this, you wouldn't have done it. So.
No, because I would know
Has
that you
this
can
conversation
provide a way.
literally gone biblical now?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna pivot.
And this is
We're
what I
gonna
was
pivot.
telling you. This
Thank
is
you,
what I was
thank you.
telling you.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna pivot to something else now. Going back to Lebanon, I think I wonder what's gonna happen because they want to extend 30 more days, and then we had settlers that went across the border into Lebanon. When the settlers came back, the IDF was telling them next time you go, make sure you coordinate with us. It means they want to give them protection to these illegal settlers. They want to settle into the southern Lebanon. That's crazy. That's how they do it in the West Bank. But anybody want to chime in? Edward, do you want to chime in, bro? Can you hear me?
And then he says it again. He's like, yeah, Jay and I don't like each other. Bub. I'm like, bro, are you talking about me?
Brent? Brent is saying this.
Brent is saying this.
I thought you guys were all
I hate
peacefully
that.
coexisting. I know.
No. I'm not a
Debates
listen.
crew.
Listen, one thing about me is I'm not a fake or a phony.
No, I don't think you are.
So I'm not gonna ever. I have no respect for that guy. I think he's a liar. I think he's a fraud. I think he's a fake. Is my opinion. And then after he leaves the room, he goes and opens the room and tells people I'm a pedophile.
I heard that later in the day, or this evening. I went in, I saw a chat, and I heard someone say, that's not right to call someone a pedophile. In the chat. I don't remember who, and I thought, who are they talking about? And then I realized it was you, and I thought, you've said a lot about your life. I never heard that. But.
And, well, he called me a sex offender also, and I said, I'll give you $10,000 if you find my name in any sex offender registry.
Yeah, what? Why is it being rehashed, Jay?
He ended it. Boom, that shit quick.
The weak point is Lebanon. For the Muslim regime is artificial and easy for us to undermine. We shall establish a Christian state there, and then we will smash the Arab Legion, eliminate Transjordan. Syria will follow us. We then bomb and move on and take Port Said, Alexandria, and Sinai. So this has been a goal all over long. Yep. Continue. Sorry.
Hi, Dean.
Hi, Sella. Normo's gaslighting you. Say you're one of the. He literally said, "You want to go back to this quote? Where is it about you, Sella? Like you're one of the worst people on Clubhouse or something. I said, no, you're one of the nicest people on Clubhouse. She is one of the nastiest women I've ever heard on the app. I said, Norm, as usual, saying the opposite of the truth, as is his habit. Sel is one of the nicest person on this app. Anybody knows you're in Andrew's room, this room, that room. You've been on this for, I don't know, at least a couple, 2-3 years or so. People know you're one of the nicest people on that. So it's typical Norm saying the opposite of the truth, trolling.
I appreciate you, Dean. Today's been a little rough, but I appreciate you.
Well, Norm, if you're speaking from you, man, it's even worse. Man, there's part of me just thinks you're just a troll.
Oh my God.
That's like, oh my God, Norm, it can't be this bad, man. You can't. You just can't. I mean, I'd like to have some faith in you, some hope in you, I should say.
Nah.
Sel is welcome in a lot of rooms.
And she's doing big things with her life.
She is. So everybody knows Sel is one of the nice people in the app.
She doesn't look like an 80-year-old goat. She's doing things. Now other folks, it's a whole nother story. Like, hold up.
Would you say that you hate white people?
So, Amir, onward and upward to the important things.
Yeah, rude. My goodness. I actually asked you those 3 questions again, namely the last one, the 3 questions I asked you. But this, people who support the genocide, try to justify the genocide, are just morally, they need some moral surgery, some fixing, correcting of the fault in their heart, which would somehow side with the oppressor, the genocider. It's just, it's a genocide. I mean, the world says it. Leading human rights organizations,
But they would want to genocide me, though.
The former head of the AC, he is also the founder of the Human Rights Watch. He's a Jew.
A gay biracial American claiming that Hamas is trying to genocide him.
He changed his position. He said, no, this is a genocide. Holocaust survivors, Holocaust scholars have said this is a genocide. It's genocide.
Say it! Say it! It's a genocide!
But there's Christians, Christian Zionists, and Christians in general who don't believe in homosexuality. Think it's a major.
They're not throwing hose off buildings.
They're not throwing. Name me the last case that some gay guy was thrown off a building.
I'm not a.
And if you find 1 or 2 here and there a year, no, show me like with mass. Like,
well, they're probably afraid to come out.
There's somebody in America. Well, yeah, it's to certain societies. If you live in Japan, Indonesia, Korea, to Russia, Chile, Ecuador, there's going to be certain customs and certain moral values that are upheld. And
so we're going to have to chuck you off the fucking roof. I'm sorry. But you sucked a cock. We got to chuck you.
Yeah, in Singapore, a white American got... no. If you did in your home, that's between you and God. I mean, you can sin in your home. The police are not going to go inside and open your windows and look inside what's happening in your home.
They actually did. They would set people up.
Where? When?
Palestine, there'd be like they would set people.
Give an example where the police just went inside the home. They set up campers, set up.
Well,
that's not. Yeah.
They would go on like dating apps. They would go on like gay dating apps.
So
like
just
them
admit it. Your position.
They would meet.
Just admit it. Your position on the genocide is predicated on your homosexuality.
But
and so if the Palestinians were suddenly more favorable to homosexuals and the Israelis were against homosexuality, you would favor the Palestinians. It doesn't matter
That's
so much
not
for the
even.
genocide.
No.
I think that's about it. I think we hit the heart of it.
Know that. Let me
No,
say
I
this
think
as well.
other people know that.
I'm a Western civilization girl. Okay, I love Western civilization.
He's a Western civilization girl.
I prefer to live in a world where most of the world is Western, and I don't.
Well, most of the world's not Western. All of Africa, Christian Africa.
He's a Western girl. They kicked me from the room. How did they know? How did they know?
Many words.
How did they know?
What about Kim Jong-un? I don't know.
Is he not you? He's not good at you, is he?
Yeah, it's the UN.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry, not UNE, I meant to say.
Yeah, it's not UNE, but like, I don't know, like, I can't,
But that's like, what's the...
I think the E gives the U the long O sound.
Okay, great guys. Nobody cares. Sully, what do you think about what Donald Trump is doing?
Earth Moon.
Take the second.
It's bad.
Is this just going to be attitude all the way down from you now, Sailor?
Wait. Where's, hold on. Earth Moon, come up here if you would. Sayla, have you met Timothy before?
Never heard of the guy.
Well, have you ever heard of the Satan incarnate?
Don't say that.
These are like Marvel characters.
That's my business partner, Andrew.
Don't speak that.
Well, he talks about making deals with the devil, being the devil's advocate. He's like, no, I'd fish that, take the advocate out.
Stay based though, not gonna lie, right?
Trying to be the devil's charge, you know?
He's kidding. Anyways,
Anywho.
Was there a resolution to the earlier marital dispute? Did you guys recall the
there actually was, and then Sailor proceeded to rant for 5 minutes straight while muting me and screaming at me. So
I did not scream. I did apologize. I did apologize for telling him to be quiet too passionately, and but I still think that he has a gaslighting problem, and he likes. He's a bit mean, and he's mean too.
It's an atheist, though. I think no, it's not. We're gonna drill the atheist. Love, don't go nowhere. Ramon, don't go anywhere. I think my favorite moment was at one point you told Timothy, "Shut the up."
And I apologize.
I
was like,
all right.
That was
all right.
I was like,
legitimately, what do you think is more offensive? Somebody telling someone to shut the fuck up, or somebody speaking non-stop, repeating themselves for like 5 to 6 minutes, and then when you try to respond, muting you incessantly?
Well, it sounds like you're saying Sayla did.
Disrespectful.
You're saying Sayla did both. So
I don't give a shit. Yeah, but I'm saying I don't give a shit about
I'm gonna let you know when you're being disingenuous and you're not being honest and genuine.
You did let me know, like multiple times. You kept repeating it.
And I'll do
so,
it.
like, I knew that's what you thought, and then you kept muting me, so basically just not letting me respond to the charge.
If your responses are not genuine, then I'm gonna stop you.
Ramon, you left there. That's
you don't think that's more indicative of someone who's like disingenuous?
Ramon and Love War, don't be Love Berry. Don't be.
Sully,
hold on. First of all, Andrew, I'll leave if I want to leave. I'm a grown man.
Oh, really?
We were just talking about you, Normie. All bad.
Normie, I had an uncle named Uncle
We gotta catch a gun. We got a gun.
Hello, Norm.
Hey. What's up, Uncle Norman?
Doing good, but because we're starting late, I'm going to be eating.
Jay, I'm gonna pop down and back up. I have too many people blocked to be a mod, but
You're welcome. So, Normie, you know what I had for dinner? I had Spumoni Garden Pizza. Have you ever been there?
No, but I want to try it, man.
Oh my god, dude, it's so good.
Good, I'm glad. I'll make a mental note.
It's a shame for you to have people blocked. That's hilarious. Block the fuck out of a lot of people.
Hey, let me tell you, hold on. I got smoke for this guy that just came in. Get your ass up here, Rankin.
Oh, shit.
Yo, where the fuck was my picture? Yeah, Marshall.
I completely forgot about it. I got caught doing something and fucking flipped. I'm sorry. I end up loading a bunch of planes into my truck. My mother, for some reason, likes to go to auctions, and she buys 2 things at auctions. She buys bookshelves, well, 3 things. Bookshelves, typewriters, and planes.
Wow, I love typewriters.
Does anybody use typewriters anymore?
Remember IBM Selectric when that came out, guys?
Yeah. You know, my kid, before I got him a computer when he was like in middle school, he used my computer to do his homework. And one night he was like, Dad, I need the computer. And I was like, listen, I'm doing something right now. I can't. And he very defiantly went under the desk and pulled out an old typewriter and started doing his homework on a typewriter. That's definitely my son.
I can only imagine.
So my in this room was, or is, it looks like, I mean, it's a small room right now, but it'll grow. Everybody here has been doxxed at least at one point, right? I know Hermes, how you doing? You've been doxxed pretty hard.
Yeah.
MG, you have, Norm, you have. I'm not going to get into the specifics of Norman's dox. And it just seems to me, listen, I'm kind of a free speech absolutist unless it's slanderous or libelous, right? So when you have that piece of shit, Brent, calling me a pedophile, right? The same man who said he served in IDF but doesn't speak Hebrew. I remember the days, Jane, back on Club.
He was a soldier!
When you had to bring receipts. If you claimed to be something, you had to prove something. This motherfucker goes around this app, disparages people, brings no receipts, not one.
What happened? Like, we were all friends.
Second off, there were some moves, what's up, Salone? Long time no see. There were some moves made in healthy debates that Bren wanted to be an administrator, and they gave it to Rohan, which I supported. I think Rohan's a great moderator. He knows how to run rooms and runs houses. Well, Bren got so upset, he threatened to sue people, the owners of that house, specifically Roger and Kelly. I'm my friend, you're my friend. I don't fuck around. When you threaten my friends, you threaten me.
Can I tell you something, Jay?
You can tell me anything you want.
It is a violation of the code of ethics for a lawyer to threaten to sue somebody. He can be brought up on charges. You're not allowed to do that. Just a piece of information.
Well, thank you. I don't think he is a lawyer. In my opinion, he's a fraud. He's always been a fraud. And listen, the truth is this, Norm. I don't give a fuck. You want to come on here and you want to be a nuclear physicist, be my guest. I don't give a shit. But don't threaten people, right? Don't dox people. He brought up a lawsuit that I have from my childhood, right? And it's just, the reason he wanted to sue Roger and Kelly is, you ready? Because he thought they were anti-gay. Now, Roger may be a lot of things, but Roger's not homophobic.
He's been clipped. Otherwise, would he be here, Jay, you think?
Yes, I spoke to Roger. He's well aware I was opening this room. See, what people don't understand is like my relationship with people outside this app. Roger and I became very good friends. I consider Norm a good friend.
I agree. He got clipped again today?
Yeah, he got clipped because of that piece of shit Ben Mendelsohn.
Benny boy!
Yeah, I don't guess. I don't know. I don't care. But, Ben Mendelsohn, hypersensitive, very condescending human being. And I'm just over all that bullshit. Rich, what's up, Rich?
Oh, sorry, I didn't have my app open. Hey, what's up, guys? I guess Bren's starting shit, or what's going on?
It's not just Bren. It's just like this app has devolved into a point of all these frauds and these fakes, right? They get away with so much shit, whether it's doxing people's families, weaponizing people's past. It's just like enough, right? Like, when do you just say to yourself, Why can't we just have the real conversation? Listen, Jane and I disagree on a lot of things, but we always come back to the middle, which is respect. It makes why does everybody have to internalize everything? But in my opinion, I'm sure he's down in the VIP section on the burner account. I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. In America, we're allowed to have opinions. Brent is a fraud. He's not a judge. He's never served in the IDF. And let me tell you why that pisses me off. Because there's people in this app that are my friends that have served in the IDF. Right? People who have fought and lost friends because of it.
You did, right, Norm? Didn't you serve in the IDF?
I knew that guy wasn't the
I
freaking
volunteered,
judge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, whatever I say here is just my opinion, right? And I just think he's a piece of shit. I think when you threaten to sue somebody and then use the fucking bullshit excuse because he's gay, nobody gives a fuck how much dick you suck, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. What they care about is your lies and how you hurt people. Fuck that.
So, like, I have looked into Brent's account and stuff and his personal information, and I don't see the evidence for him being a district court judge in California.
Oh my God, why are you researching Bryn though?
Oh, I research everybody. That's what I do.
You know what, MG, you know what, though? And this is no bullshit. Since I've been on this app, I've always been the same person. I don't hide from my past. I talk about it openly, right? I don't ask people for money. If I bang with somebody, there's a reason. If I'm disrespectful to somebody, there's a reason. But usually, for the most part, I'll have a conversation with anybody. Even if they're idiots, I'll talk to them. Maybe an idiot can teach me something. But let me tell you something. He's not the only piece of shit. You got people like Soren who fucking dox multiple people on this app. Multiple people. Soren doxed Rohan's daughter. How do you dox somebody's fucking How do you dox somebody's family? Now that's just cross. But you know what? Some of you fucking pieces of shit will sit there and sing Kumbaya with him. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, Soren's a piece of shit.
Even I know that. I don't even go around. But what was the suing of Kelly and Roger about? It's stupid. There's plenty of gay people who go in and out of all of our rooms.
How do you sue for being like, I mean,
what's the claim?
I don't know. Kelly's in the room. If she wants to come up and speak, she's more than welcome to. Kelly's my friend. And Kelly and I have banged heads. There's been times where I sat there and said, well, what a fucking idiot. But you know what? I still have nothing but love and respect for Kelly. Because she gives it back to me. Why Brent would want to go after Kelly? I have no idea. Why Soren go after other people? Why do these people get away with it?
I don't know.
It makes no sense. MG, you got docked so hard on this fucking app.
Well, that's not entirely true, but I hear you. I think the bullying is very different when it comes to women. I don't know. I feel like there's a qualitative. I don't know. I just feel like the women side of things, it feels like a lot of jealousy, a lot of hate for various reasons. But listen, if I don't like you, I'm blocking you and I'm moving on. Like, all of this is too much work. Like, I'm not researching you. I'm not doxing you. I'm not following you around. I'm just blocking and moving on. I don't understand why people just can't do that. Just set healthy boundaries and move on. But they can't. They won't let it go. They want to follow you from room to room. They want to harass you. They want to bully you. And it's an app. You can't bully me on an app. I can just leave. I just find the whole thing very bizarre. Jay, I don't know. I don't have any answers for you because I've had the same problems with various women and one male. Yeah, I had Andrew Meyer who wouldn't leave me alone for 6 months.
Andrew Meyer's terrified of me. If he sees me in the space, he's leaving immediately.
Oh my God, it was 6 months. He just would not leave me alone. So I don't get it. Like I said, I'm blocking you and moving on, and that's it.
Let me give you some context here real quick, MG. I go into Roger's room today. He opened the house, or it was Roger's room itself. I don't know. I'm just sitting there. Roger brings me up, and I hadn't said a word. And this motherfucker, Brent, starts spewing my name. Like I'm not even there. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I had asked him, bro, you talking about me? Because he's saying Jay, because there's a lot of Jays on this app. He's like, yeah, I'm talking about you. I know we don't get along. We don't like each other. All this other shit. But, you know, I'm like, bro, keep my name out of your fucking mouth. You're a fraud. I said, I tell you what, I dare you to sue me. You one time threatened to put people on no-fly lists. Imagine that. You got that type of power, yet you're on Clubhouse all the time. You're going to put me on a no-fly list? Be my guest. I'll take the train. I don't give a fuck. You're a fucking fraud. Oh my God. And I tell you, Andy, I'll tell you this. I've been on this app since the very beginning. I remember when it's people like him that ruined this fucking app. Him, Soren, so many others. But I remember back in the day when you claimed to be something, you had to bring receipts to prove you were that something. Bring the fucking receipts. And I told him, hold on, Hermes, hold on. I said to him, you prove it, you speak Hebrew right now, and I'll shut up and I'll leave the app. He left the room. He's a fucking fraud.
Jay, let me ask you something. Isn't it a criminal? Isn't it a crime, a felony to pretend or to say that you're a judge?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on Clubhouse. I don't know. What's up, Time Up? I have no idea, bro. He could be whoever he wants. He could be Thurgood Marshall. I could care less. But when you threaten my friends and then you don't understand why I don't have your back, like what planet do you live on, bro? Like, why? Listen, you don't have to like Kelly. You don't have to get along with Kelly. But what happens to what says on this app stays on this app? Why do people have to take everything, internalize it, and then make threats?
Oh, no. Andrew Meyer went on, does anyone remember that's a very famous podcast. He went on the podcast to talk about me on a nationally syndicated podcast. Like, these people are batshit crazy. Listen, I don't fuck around with crazy. You show me signs of crazy, I am leaving you the fuck alone. Like, I'm a mother of two. I don't have time for this. So, you know, Jay, I just think it's unresolved mental health issues that we're dealing with. It's weird.
Yeah, I agree with you. It to me, when I see people like Brand, that's mental illness.
It's just weird to me how when you poke the bear and the bear bites back, you cry victim. He's a perpetual victim. It's not just him. There's so many other people on this app that play the same fucking role, right? And I swear to God, I had a nice conversation with Roger about trying to just be nicer to people, forgive people. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And then I go on the stage and you got this piece of shit talking about me.
This piece of shit!
I don't know, man. Listen, thank God he didn't sue Kelly or Roger or any of Rohan. But we got people like Soren, who puts Rohan's daughter's information, announces it in the room. Why would anybody, mental illness or not, why would you fucking do that? Talk about somebody's kids. Put them in danger.
You know, you asked, like, why do those people continue doing that? I think it's because I'm talking about all of us here, we're not holding these people accountable. We just create a room like this room. We talk about it. But I think maybe we need to start holding people accountable. That's what I had to do, Jay.
What does accountability look like to you?
Well, when that shit went down with me, eventually I had to call the sheriff. I had to file a police report, and then I got my attorney involved. And once my attorney made contact with these 3 individuals who started the bullshit, then it went away.
A lot of this also depends on the state that you're in. Because in my scenario, JB, what I did is I just filed police reports because I wanted it on record. I just every time a harassment issue with said individuals, it was batshit crazy. I took screenshots and sent that shit to the police. So I have multiple police records open. I for the women in the room, I have no answers. My JB and the men can, they can fight their own battles. For the women in the space, when you see crazy, just move around because it's not worth it. So
let me tell you something.
I call the police.
Let me tell you something.
The police.
I invited you up because I'm fed up. I like legit. When you said you threaten people with frivolous lawsuits, fine. You pretend to be a fucking lawyer or a judge or whoever the fuck you are. To me, you've had stage 4 cancer for 18 years now, right? You were part of IDF, all that bullshit. Never served a fucking. Can't speak a word of Hebrew, but you're a fuck.
There should be a space between the last word and the sentence.
Really? What about a dot?
No.
Why?
No. I mean, and because I feel like it's too compressed to have a question mark right after the word. It feels a little too much information per square inch, per dot.
What's going on? Get in here, and the first thing you hear is siren. My God, we're going to find something intelligent to talk about.
Well, I was talking about Brent calling me a pedophile today.
Brent,
the fake judge.
Oh, well, I mean, everything that comes out of his mouth is the truth. We know that, right?
Yep.
That's fucking disgusting. Look, there are reasons why I have him blocked, and I barely block anybody, but you've just given me one more reason.
Well, see, here's the thing, Roman. When we have these conversations, I don't take them with me offline, right? I leave them right on Clubhouse. I don't think about them again, maybe till the next time I'm on Clubhouse. But one thing I do stand on is my friendship with people and loyalty. Right? Loyalty is not a word, it's a lifestyle. Either you're fucking loyal or you're not. And loyalty has to be reciprocated. Right? Like, you're my friend. I know if somebody's bashing me, you can be like, let's not do that. Kelly the same way. Roger's my friend. So when he threatens to sue people, I'm going to have your fucking back. What's up, Ash?
What's up, brother? I love the conversation. And I mean this question in the most respectful way. You have like a mentality mindset. What do you think about testosterone replacement? Is that something that people should be on if they're low on T, or should they try to go about it now?
I moved him. We don't have time for this.
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's insinuating that you have low testosterone.
His mother didn't complain. I mean, what's the problem? Obviously, that must be a Brent acolyte. And I'm sure Brent's in here with a fucking burner, and that's fine. Brent, in my opinion, you're a fraud, you're a fake. And if not, somebody please relay that message that I said that, in my opinion. I don't know, Rohan, when somebody says they served in the IDF, but they don't speak Hebrew, they served in the IDF Intelligence Division, but they don't speak Hebrew, does that sound kosher to you?
It basically is kosher as a pig on the barbie, right? It does not sound right. I don't know if any individuals that come across that have said they've served in the IDF who can't speak or understand Hebrew. At least understand a little bit. I don't know, what about you, Jane?
I did not serve in the IDF.
By the way, Rohan, I had opened this room in Healthy Debates. Jane was in there with me. The room was open for less than a minute, and it got closed by Clubhouse.
What?
Oh yeah, weird.
They just shut down, and then it wouldn't allow me to open another room in Healthy Debates.
Oh, goody. That's fantastic. I'm going to laugh a little bit.
Why don't we have like a sense of community on this app? Like, no one would do this in real life. Like, I don't understand. For some of this egregious shit, I don't understand why we don't band together as a community.
Yo, MG,
is that too much to ask for?
Hold on. Let me
what are you suggesting?
She's right though, Rohan. Because you know how many times I've gone to bat for people, and my so-called friends just sat on the sideline. I'm not talking about you or MG. MG is a real real deal, loyal friend, right? But many other people will sit in a space with fucking Brandon, let him call me a pedophile, and not say anything about it.
Jesus Christ. When did this happen? How did you happen to be in the same room as him to start off with, Joe?
I wasn't. What happened was, we were in Roger's room. Roger, him and I, Brandon and I disagreed. I said what I felt. He said what he felt. Then he left because that's what he is. He's a sole little bitch. Opened his own room and went in there and started talking shit about me. And I was getting multiple messages offline that he was calling me a pedophile.
Wait, Jay, did you mention the part to Rowan? Are you aware that Brent's supposed to be trying to sue Kelly and Roger?
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, that Brent's trying to sue, supposedly, allegedly suing Roger and Kelly for being homophobic, I guess. I guess that's what was said.
Oh my God. Look, honestly, I would not believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
Do you know what the whole thing was? You know what started this whole thing? This is how fucking trivial this piece of shit is. There was some house cleaning issues and healthy debates. And Rohan became an administrator. I was supportive of it because Rohan's my friend. I like him. I respect him. He runs some of the best rooms on Clubhouse. And I had no issues with it. I didn't give a fuck. As long as I go to my rooms and be supported by my friends, that's all I give a shit about. He got upset because he wasn't made an administrator. And then he started threatening people because he wasn't made an administrator. Matter of fact, I think his exact words were, if you don't make me an administrator, I'm going to sue you. Who does that?
Very sensitive judges.
Again, unresolved mental health issues. Some of these people don't have real friends in real life, Jay. Like, this is just unresolved.
That's not true. I have many friends in the real world. But they don't talk to me anymore because I'm here talking with you all the time.
Exactly. Listen, like I said, Kelly and I argued. Kelly's kicked me to the audience, told me I was a fucking idiot. She was probably right.
But how do we know you're not a pedophile, Jay?
It's Roger's house. I'm a fucking guest in their house. They give me the privilege to open rooms in their house. It's bizarre to me.
We're doing the best we can, Alan.
I agree with you. There's some good people on this app. Rohan, you, Norm, Kelly,
John, Edmund, Adrian.
People I trust. I trust you guys. Right? But some of these motherfuckers are so hypersensitive and internalize everything. It's ridiculous already. Grow up. Let me tell you something. I have a past. I spoke openly in my past. Hermes has a past.
Uh-oh.
But you know what? I guarantee he's not the same man today as he was 20 years ago. Who the fuck am I to judge anybody? This dude got ran across the rakes all over this fucking app. It's bizarre to me.
Why don't we have a sense of community? Like, I don't understand this.
What does that look like to you?
Community?
Well, when you're doxing people's daughters, I think that's a red line. Like, I'm not talking about random, I don't like you, you don't like me. I'm talking about the most egregious shit. Like what they did doxing Rohan's daughter. Like, why is Zoran allowed in Jewish spaces? Like, why are you here? Like, no, you shouldn't be allowed in anybody's house. You shouldn't just be around, period. Like, we don't hold these people accountable. This would not fly in real life outside of the metaverse.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty simple, Jay, what she's saying, is to go out to the people who actually have administrative powers within those rooms and to put a permanent block on people like Brent and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, what is this?
Here's the problem, guys. You ready? Too many people are too nice on this app. They forgive and they forget. Until it happens to them. Then they're like, you know what? Crazy JB was right about this person. Too forgiving. Thirsty for conversations, Rich.
Oh, no. I know. Most of the people on this app are either autistic or narcissists. They just want to be out in front and they want to be like the number one and want everybody to surround them and listen to all their words and cling to them. I happen to be one of the autists, so, sorry.
let me ask you guys something. Does the IDF have something like stolen valor, like here in the U.S.?
I don't know what they call it over in Israel, but I would think that it's stolen valor when you claim to be part of an intelligence unit in IDF and you had nothing to do with it. You don't even speak fucking Hebrew, you asshole. Not you, I mean. Let me tell you something. The things he has said and done, Rohan, on this app, if he really was a lawyer, I guarantee his ass would get disbarred. Guarantee. See, when he was making those threats to sue people, I said, let him. Because then he has to reveal who he really is. He can't hide behind a pseudonym name anymore. He has to give his real name, his job, his information. Those threats are bullshit. He knows it.
You talking about Brent or Soren?
Brent, I think Soren's Iranian fucking spy, to be honest.
Yeah, Brent's given enough information that he lives in Sacramento. His spouse passed away from a vehicular homicide from a drunk driver. That he's supposedly a district court judge in California. I mean, it takes like 30 seconds to look him up. And there's no information on the internet that would line up with what he's claiming online.
Wait, he doesn't have a beachfront property in San Diego and a penthouse in Los Angeles like he claims?
Yeah, I genuinely believe that this app is specifically created to keep all the narcissists and autists just stuck in this app 24/7 so they can listen to them.
Bro, my final straw with him, before all that shit blew up, was when he said, I'm going to put, not me, he was going to put somebody on the no-fly list because he has that type of power. Get the fuck out of here.
He lied about a beachfront property.
Yeah, he's supposedly not even a practicing judge. He's got like physical ailments and stuff that keeps him from actually being on the bench currently, but he just gets paid. And in essence, all like disability.
He told me he was an overflow guy, bro.
Yeah, look, from what I've read, and I might be wrong about this, but from what I understand, judges, and we're not allowed in America, are not allowed to be on social media. Is that about right?
Well, they're not. They're encouraged strongly not to.
Yeah, it's an ethical thing.
And especially a district court judge. I mean,
Yeah, but Rich, check this out, Rich. We have Supreme Court justices that are taking helicopter rides on billionaires' helicopters. So, you know, where's the line with these judges?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're strongly encouraged not to.
David, what's up, David?
JB, you and me. Great to see you.
David, were you in Brent's room when he called me a pedophile?
Earlier was no. I would not have stood for that. I'm sorry. When did it happen?
Well, if you were in Brent's room today, he said it.
I was there for like 10 minutes, but it wasn't his room. It was Roger's room.
He opened a room after that. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I had to go to work.
No, I'm not a pimp. I'm a former pimp. And just because I didn't pimp you out, don't be jealous. Get it?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have stood for it. I apologize.
No reason to apologize.
No, it's ridiculous, and we don't need that here. You know, it's one thing to. I've been falsely accusing people of anything is wrong, and that kind of accusation would really piss me off. Let's just say that.
Well, in Rod's room, when he said I was a sex offender, I said, I'll give you $10,000 to show me where my
$10,000.
How about that? And he fucking left the room because he's a bitch. Because, let me see, hold on. Ziev Jabotinsky pulled him out also, David. But Brent claimed to be in the IDF intelligence division but doesn't speak Hebrew. Does that make sense to you?
Sorry, I'm laughing.
He speaks Hebrew.
Maybe he does Google Translate.
Maybe.
Just kidding.
It's not just him, David. There's others on this app just like him. I'm just tired of him because he came after my friends. He can come after me all he wants. But when you go after my friends, I stand up. That's what friends do. MG stood up for me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you got people like Soren who doxes people's children. How the fuck do you live with yourself? Not you, him. No,
I know.
Put somebody's kid in danger like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the world we live in. And, you know, we were in, Roger had a room last night. I was just there for half an hour, but we realized that, you know, it was being broadcast on YouTube again with Edmund under like his 10th or 100th different alias while we were speaking.
Well, the truth for me,
He's
David,
probably doing it right now to his fucking room.
Playing all the time. You know, he's live streaming. Who gives a fuck? I don't care about stuff like that.
And then everybody hates Adrian.
He's the one person. So, but the thing is, I don't care about stuff like that. What I care about is somebody came to me and said, "Do you know David Katz works in here and his children live here?" That bothers me.
Sure. I mean, you have to take a stand somewhere. It's your life and your reputation, and people get away with that, right? And then that word gets thrown around so much it has almost no meaning.
David, MG brought up a good point. Why is there no sense of community on this app when there's obviously really good people still left on this app? You, Rohan, Rich, MG, James, Kelly, Andrew, Tuddy down in the VIP section, Dude Cool. We got some good people. Why is there no sense of community?
I wish I could answer that. I mean, I have some community with you and with a lot of people that I trust. I think it can be just, it's fragile. It can be broken by just comments that are meant to denigrate somebody and bring them down that aren't true. And by the time you get to the bottom of it, or who, you know, people believe what they want to believe, but some people are out to destroy others.
Some people get joy in just trying to destroy others. See, my biggest mistake I ever made on this app was just being real. I could have been the fakest fuck on this app and made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
Yeah,
my biggest mistake was it has happened. I've called people out. I've gotten back. David, you probably don't know this about me, but when I was Catch a Con, I was able to get $40,000 back in stolen money. True story. Different people. I helped this one girl, Slim, on this app, get back $5,000 the same day. Didn't ask her for nothing. Didn't expect anything but a thank you.
It's amazing. But who else could have done that? I don't know of anyone else.
The FBI.
That's what I'm saying. My biggest regret is just assuming everyone was normal, Jay. I literally thought everyone was normal because I thought I was dealing with.
You thought everybody was normal.
A bunch of narcissists and unresolved trauma and all this other, extra bonus shit that I didn't account for. That's my biggest regret. So now, you got one time with me, I block and move on. This is too much.
Jay, who's in the room at the time, and if you have anybody that have you made a list of people who could actually?
Boy, when Brent called me a pedophile?
Yeah.
I can put a list together, but you know what, man? He can say whatever he wants, people say whatever they want. I have thick skin. I don't care. But the point being is, people like him will go after people and have immunity to do so. Under a fake fucking name, a fake profile, and a fake life. You're gonna come at me, like Junior Soprano said, come heavy.
I told you better come heavy, Tony.
I was in Nelson Opinion's room when he came after me, and there was 7,000 people in there. And you know what, Rohan? I stood toe-to-toe with every one of those motherfuckers. By myself. But there's other people, and good people. Listen, I'm not a civilian like you, Rohan, or like MG, or like Kelly. I'm a different breed. I don't come from your world. I come from I was raised differently. So for me, loyalty is not a word, it's a lifestyle, man. If we have good conversations and we strike up a friendship, you got my loyalty. But too many times we allow forgiveness into our spaces and we let these toxic motherfuckers in.
I'm just waiting
I'd
for
suggest
the
rather
kid.
than do the same. That's block people who of this type of character. It basically will. If there are enough people who block people like this, then they'll get on the app and they'll have nobody to go in, no rooms and so forth to be able to see in the hallways. Hopefully they can actually just leave.
Then they just get a new account.
But look, I don't. JB's, I barely ever block anybody.
Fucking Edmund, except for
I've
Edmund.
never even heard you. I've never even heard you ask anybody to block anybody. That was the first time I heard you ever say that.
Well, Soren's one of them, and look, I'm not asking to, but I suggest. Look, I mean, you have people who go around indiscriminately calling people names and accusing people of the most horrendous things. It's harassment, it's bullying, it's bullyish, and I suggest that people really look after themselves. People like that, you don't want them around you.
I have adults doing this. That's what's so shocking. Half of us are parents and grandparents in this space. Like, would we allow this for our children? We would be up in arms. But no, they do this to other adults on their social media. It's the most bizarre shit.
Let me ask you a question, Rohan. I have a blue check next to my name in Healthy Debates. What does that mean? I'm a leader?
Yep, you're a leader.
Good. Because I don't know what happened, man. I opened the room, and like less than a minute later, they closed the room, and then when I try to reopen it, they're like, you're unable to open the room at this time. So I had to do it in this house.
What's the title of the room?
Frauds, fakes, and phonies, a clubhouse.
Wow. Okay.
There's a lot worse titles going on right now. Trust me.
Yeah, but nobody's name was put in it.
No, I'm not that dumb. I may just look dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
Was anything said, in that room?
It was just Jane and me. I just opened the room. It was open for less than a minute. It was crazy.
And nobody's name was mentioned?
Nobody's name was mentioned.
Well, that's totally freaking bizarre.
I thought I got clipped. Roger got suspended today. Got clipped again.
No.
What?
Are you serious?
Everybody loves Roger, but when Adrian Dimon gets clipped 100 times, nobody cares.
Probably had him mass reported because Roger wanted to open the house. He wanted to have Roger open the house. Competition with these fake patriots, those frauds, and Roger got clipped.
Unbelievable. Who has time to mass report? I don't understand that.
That's why when I say to people, and I'm just going to use names, just throwing out names. People, David, if you go into Deep State Patriots, by supporting these spaces, you're supporting the toxicity these people bring to the app.
I don't need that in my life. And I don't know why Roger decided he wanted to have these rooms that took topics from other rooms and debated them in a lighthearted way. It didn't sound, I don't know. And so he mentioned Mendelsohn, and after that, he said, I'll even have Mendelsohn come in the room. Everyone's welcome. Everyone, can speak their mind. It didn't sound like a fun time to me.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't really into it.
I like Roger.
Of course, yeah. But that's crazy.
Everybody loves Roger, but everybody hates Adrian.
It was daytime. Or doesn't Ben live overseas? I'm just trying to think what goes through someone's mind to sit there.
First off, hello, Holly. Second,
Hey.
Ben is allegedly, because I always have to say allegedly on this app, married to a diplomat who looks like a transgender. Not that he's a transgender, but his wife looks like a man. And allegedly, so he's a pseudo diplomat himself because he's married to one.
Also, MG, there has been instances where I have got people kicked off the app, but that's only like anti-Semites and people that talk to people. But for me, it's pretty easy to do with my 800 accounts and have them all in the room.
So let me just say this real quick. So Kathy Bastet, whatever your fucking name is, I'm sure you're editing on one of your burners. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Dude, I don't give a fuck that you live stream. Nobody pays attention to you anyway. You get one person on there. It's probably your fucking split personality watching it. So, yeah, okay, it's not you. Meanwhile, you're part of this house. It's just bizarre. The mental illness on this app is way out of control.
Somebody's upset.
Meanwhile, as soon as I called him out, he fled. He says it's not me, but he leaves. You call me on some energy, I'm coming up on that stage.
And you're right. We have to stand up for each other. I mean, whether you like the Tesla rooms or not, we've self-policed them. And the handful of times we've had people who went after others unfairly, attacked their children, we got rid of them. And none of us needed it. And that's the only response.
Bro, I heard today, I was in a room, and people were going ape shit about Elon Musk making a Nazi symbol. I don't think it was a Nazi salute. He's so autistic, and he got caught up in the moment. I'm not an Elon Musk lover or anything. Right. I'm just saying, bro, people were going ape shit over this. And if you stuck up for him, you were getting kicked out of the room.
Yeah, my father's a Holocaust survivor. I looked at what Musk did, and believe me, I know Musk. He's good, he's bad, he's evil. There's many sides to him. I drive his fucking car, okay? And that part's been great for me. And I've made many friends in his rooms up here. But I went to see his speech, and I can tell you, I know a Nazi salute, and that wasn't one.
Yeah, and in his defense, he did say, "My heart goes out to you," and placed his hand upon his heart and extended out to the crowd. And he like you said, he's autistic. We are awkward. I don't know how many times I've shaken somebody's hand and stood there shaking their hand when I was younger for an additional 30 seconds and been like, "Oh shit, I should stop this." Like they're looking at me weird. Why do they have this odd look on their face? Like, or like the first time that you find out, because I used to not make eye contact when I was a kid because it makes you feel uncomfortable. And one of the worst things my dad did, well, best and worst things, was to teach me that, to be a man and to be a businessman and all this kind of stuff, you need to look the person in the eye when you're shaking their hand. And, the long gaze and stare for 20 seconds isn't appropriate. You make eye contact for a few seconds and then break it off.
Well, let me just say this. The best way to have a sense of community is not support these rooms, not support these people, whoever they may be. If you don't go in their spaces, nobody's there to talk to. You don't have fucking rooms anymore. Nobody's going in. Listen, I know Holly for a few years. She's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, but she's like my little sister, right? But so I have to forgive her because she's harmless. But Holly, you support some of these pieces of shit. You're breathing life into their toxicity.
Well, speaking of that, Rich, why do I have you blocked? I think you were being an ass to me in
Probably was. Oh yeah, it was a portion conversation and like women's right to choose and all that.
Oh, I don't remember,
I
but
drug you through and said that you were a parentless woman and all that kind of shit. And you're like, I have kids. And I'm like, yeah.
oh yeah, why were you being such a dick, dude?
Because I think that it's murder.
Well, so do I. I don't know why you were coming for me like
But
that.
I think you were
Rich, just
I'll leave it alone.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Apologize.
I apologize for being mean and rude.
Okay, I'll unblock you.
To Yoruba, Bawani, piece of shit. I do know autistic people because I've been medically diagnosed as having Asperger's, so is my father and my oldest son. And yes, people, why it's called a spectrum, are different. So if your nephew or cousin or whoever doesn't have those characteristics or signs or symptoms of autism spectrum disorder, it doesn't mean that other people don't. Also, you have low-functioning people that sit and dop back and forwards and cry and are non-verbal as well. People that are introverted, extroverted, so just stay in your life.
MG, you there? Rohan,
Yes.
you there? I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sorry, I had to use the word dopping.
Reasons why we have such a large immigration problem in California in particular, but that's just me. And obviously people might have other opinions, but that's just mine.
Very high level discussion you're having here, Christian. This is like public radio quality discussion.
Yeah. Now
I agree.
I mean, my mind is blown in a big
Randy,
way.
at his age, I wouldn't have been able to hold court like this when I was at,
I can
I
do
don't know
it right
Christian's
now.
age.
I'm 14.
No way.
Serious.
You're 14.
Seriously.
Yeah.
14 decades?
No. No.
One of the first times I met him, I told him I thought he was an old soul.
Dude, you're 14 and you tried to shut me down on how long I talked about the mamas and papas. You got a lot of nerve, kid.
Whoa, I
A
mean,
lot of nerve.
wasn't trying to shut you down. I let you speak the entire time, man. I mean,
I know, but then you had to, sidekick me.
Don't
Man.
worry,
I'm sorry. I
I
don't let 14-year-olds do that shit to me, dude. I'm sorry. Okay?
we got off on the wrong foot.
No, we're on the good foot. I think we're on the good foot. Just, just respect your elders. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, I do. Trust me,
All right.
Scott can tell you.
All right. Well, I'm older than Scott, so, do the math. All right. Thanks. You know your stuff, kid. I'll give you that.
Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate it. Yeah. And I think what happens a lot of times when we're on the topic of immigration is difference between illegal and legal, right? And I think it's very clear in my opinion, but some people don't, and I think I need to define it. The difference between an illegal immigrant and a legal immigrant is an illegal immigrant enters the country illegally, without documentation or etc. A legal immigrant comes through the process of giving documentation, waiting for asylum, and
To the drilling side, yes, it's ex-cons that are, on parole and stuff like that. And everybody's on meth and heroin, and they're all getting married to strippers and hookers and stuff like that. So there's like two different sides. Well, there's actually multiple sides, but the side I worked on, everybody's, good people and stuff like that. They're not a bunch of
How far is Odessa Midland from the Woodlands?
Limits in the we have presidential term limits, and also FDR is the reason why the Supreme Court has been limited to the amount of justices that we have, because he was also proposing to pass the Supreme Court as well. So,
And the political folks at the time, had an uproar. I'll send you some of the newspapers. I've got some newspaper clippings from the time.
Has she ran it down?
Yeah, man. Like, why you coming off the mic? Like, have some decorum with that mic, Marshall.
thank you guys. But yeah, I mean, I think personally we should take this seriously. I do believe that, honestly, I believe we are going to start hearing, realistically, talks of cessation from the country, of like states like California. All the blue states are going to start talking about cessation. I am so serious about this. I wouldn't just joke around, but I am in circles, whatever, that, and this could be a very real
She's in
possibility.
revolutionary circles!
The fact is, the blue states control the economy of this country. California, New York,
Civil War!
Washington, and Oregon control a good amount of capital that flows to the federal government. It is very plausible that these states will withhold their tax dollars if these executive orders, these inflammatory legislative proposals continue and the rhetoric continues to get worse, I definitely feel that this is a possibility. Gavin Newsom from California, I would definitely watch what he's doing because he's one of the first governors to actively, love or hate him, he is one of the first governors to actually float jokingly around. He is a performer. Gavin is a performer, but he is not. He has the elites that are behind him that are going to be pushing him towards, I think it's going to be a breaking point. It is going to come down in terms of the Supreme Court, the supremacy of states' rights versus federal rights. And that is what's going to tear the country apart. And that is what is going to be the beginning of states seceding from the union, so to speak. So that's my thoughts.
Okay. Let me just say this quickly. 1 second. Let me just say this really quickly. So, in order for an amendment to pass, you need 2/3 of both houses, and then a 3/4 majority. So he doesn't have that. So the amendment is not going to pass. Okay? Democrats are not going to go on board with this now. In 2 years, if things, I don't know, if miraculously eggs are free, I don't know, and people just fall in love with Trump, is it possible? Sure, but no.
Eggs! Everybody's eating eggs every day, apparently.
I'm not saying that none of what you said is possible, but I'm saying an amendment changing the terms is not possible. Okay?
Listen, guys, it's a slick way they thinking about doing it, and I'm reading it right now. And it's Black Freedom up here. With me, I know Marsha, you're an attorney. I'm reading up on it right now. And
Marsha's an attorney.
It's letting fans run for president, and if fans win, fans resign and turn it over to Trump. That way Trump would become the president. So it's kind of I'm hitting and missing the article, but I'm reading up on it right now, and they're saying that the wording of the Constitution is that a person can't be elected, but it's not saying that there's not another way that they could be put in.
People talked about this with Obama. Yeah. Talked about this with Biden having Obama as his vice president, and then something happening to Biden and Obama becoming president. They can't do that currently.
We knew that was going to happen with them.
If I may, I need to clarify something. Sorry, just some house cleaning. This is simply a resolution, right? I'm reading the resolution. This is a resolution. It's pretty simple. It's a joint resolution. Basically 3 terms. It's a very simple read, right? And this document was created January 13th. So this was prior to the inauguration. And we've heard talk of this, but this is simply a resolution. There's a whole bunch of take place. And it's introduced by this guy.
Robert, can we go ahead and read it? Because y'all love cutting off women when they speak.
Actually, you're right, because I was.
Fucking A, motherfucker!
People cut me off, and I'm going to let them have that, Mr.
Motherfucker!
Some of them be talking for 30 goddamn minutes now.
Exactly. Go ahead, Mr. Robert. You got the floor.
Thank you. I'll pass it right back to you. Pardon me, sis.
You can pass it back to Ahmad. I'm passing it to you. Thank you.
Can he not just pause and let her finish for real?
No, let him go ahead on April.
I agree. At this point, yeah, you can hold that thought, Mr. Robert. Go ahead, I will speak. The young lady that was speaking.
It was me, Mr. Green Mars having. I don't even know why we got green beans, because people telling us when we can talk. But this was done by the guy from Tennessee, and it was just done a couple of days ago. So I don't know who he's talking about did it. But I'm telling you the way it's reading, and they're talking about the way the 22nd Amendment reads, and they're saying that he can't be elected, but it doesn't prohibit him from serving as president. And the way they're talking about him serving as president, you can go and pull it up and read it. So we could talk about what they tried to do before, but we're dealing with a whole different set of monsters here. We're not dealing with Democrats. We're dealing with some people. Somebody put it in the chat, I guess. I don't know. But if things fall in the hands of the Supreme Court, guys, we're fucking doomed. And you know it.
Fucking doomed!
It's an amendment.
Okay.
He introduced a resolution to amend.
Okay, what did Trump do?
Well, no, it's not what Trump do. They suspended. It's out of Tennessee. I'm sorry. So you already read it?
No, go ahead. No, I would love to hear this.
So it's a resolution. It says proposing an amendment to the Constitution, right? And it reads, a joint resolution proposing an amendment to the Constitution of the United States to provide that no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times. Resolved by Senate and House of Committees and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled 2/3 of each house concurring therein, that the following article is proposed as an amendment to the Constitution of the United States, which shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the Constitution when ratified by the legislation of 3/4 of several states within 7 years after the date of its submission for ratification. Article: no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times, nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. And that's it. Yeah, it ends there. So that's
But Lisa, what I just read, what he just said is one thing, but what I just read, I just read what the way that they said they could bypass what he just read, okay? He's talking about what the Constitution, what it says to 22. I'm telling you, the write-up that they got concerning the same exact thing and the way they're breaking it down. And if you listen to what he said 2 consecutive. That means back to back, okay? It would not be consecutive the way he's doing it, okay? Because he served before, he lost, and now he won again, okay? So now they're trying to get consecutive another term after this term, which would then make him win 3 terms. And the way they're thinking about doing it, like they said, can't be elected. They're not saying he would be elected. They're saying that they're gonna have Vance to run. And once Vance wins, Vance can resign, and they name Trump as the president. So he would become the president. That's what they're saying.
Okay, so
that they're planning on.
What I was reading was the.
Did Robert cut me off again?
The resolution.
Robert, here's the rule. Here's the rule. In this rule, because I've been very patient with you, Robert. We all have. Here's the rule. As a mod, if you cut me off again, I'm putting you in the goo. I'm telling you that right now. If you cut me off again, anybody else can do what they want to do. You will go to the goo because I'm talking to Lisa. Lisa, the room belongs to Lisa, okay? So if you cut me off again, you're going to the goo. I'm not debating with you, Lisa. I'm telling you the article that we both read. We're reading 2 different articles. And the article that I just read is the article that the way that the Republicans is planning on doing this. And they will be able to do it that way.
Okay, this is going down. Okay, remember you guys when we had these rooms starting a year ago, talking about what would be happening with Project 2025, and right now you guys have to remind me of the guy who is pretty much over Project 2025. We've been having these rooms, and they were talking about this, and they were setting everything up for this to happen more than just a year ago. We just started talking about a year ago, but it's been like what, a decade, and they were looking for the right person to be able to initiate or activate this. Who says it? Oh, thank you. It's not Stephen Miller. No, it's not Steve Miller. Somebody's sending me a message that it's Steve Miller, but it's not him. I need to go in and find out who it is. It's the same guy that they caught on camera.
Kevin Roberts. RJ said Kevin Roberts.
Yes, that's who it is. Thank you. So this has been going on and in the works for a long time, and then people are talking about they didn't believe it. It never happened. Closer? Are we totally? I mean, I invite you over. Like we.
Come on over, Jay.
You would be well.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that, Holly. Once your husband sees how militant I am, that's gonna be a problem.
Of course, right?
So, and I'm yeah. So I don't know who McCandle is. McCandle, who are you?
I was here for David Katz, but how you doing, JB?
Oh, what's up, man? I'm not looking for any smoke. I just don't know who you are, and you came right to the stage.
All right. Is this a nice new handle for you? I recognize your voice. Great to see you.
Likewise.
Is this Ish?
That's Ish.
Sounds
like Ish.
Is this Ish?
I mean, it's just like a #1 troller, JB. Like, I don't know. What do you?
Yeah,
what
but
do you
in
do to get out
Ish's
of trolling?
defense, he is mentally deficient, though.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you what I think about Ish. Highly intelligent, right? Ish ain't nobody's fool. He might be a pothead, but there's nothing wrong with that. And Ish has said some vile, reprehensible things on this app. But Ish, I've never heard of Ish going after anybody's offline. Ever. Not one time, MG. And believe me, reports come back to me all the time. I'm sorry?
I said that's true. I guess there's levels to this. Like, I've never witnessed him just be egregious. Well, you have aligned yourself with anti-Semites, so there's that.
I think he likes to stir the pot. And he always takes the counterpoint. Always. You can say the sky's blue, he's gonna argue with
What you're saying is contrarian?
whatever you want to label him, Richie, be my guest. But Ish is a big boy, he can speak for himself. Ish, what's up, man? Long time no speak.
I actually can't speak. I'm in the hospital right now. And I got a roommate, and he just went through surgery. So I don't want to disturb his sleep. But I did want to come and speak to Cats.
Wait, hold on a second. Before you continue, wait, hold on. You're in the hospital? You telling me that syphilis finally caught up?
Yeah, sure. This
You know I'll fuck with you, Ish, man. I'll fuck with you, bro. I wish you a speedy recovery, whatever the issue is, I swear.
What's going on, Ish? You have something to say?
Not exactly. I was talking to. Well, yeah, I do have something to say. What you call it? I was talking to our brother today about the Dominican Republic, and I was telling him that I know someone who migrated to Sosua. I know someone personally, and I wanted you to speak to him at some point. I don't know what point, but he just found.
I'll talk to him. Just to be clear, my father migrated from the day he left Germany, escaped concentration camp with 80 other people on a boat on April 12th of 1940. They got to Sosua on April 20th of 1940. I was there 8 years. That was my father.
Yeah, that's amazing. So
Ish, have you been to DR before?
Yeah, twice.
I love it, man. I've been to Punta Cana twice. Fantastic people, fantastic food. Just a great place. Just don't drink the water.
I don't know anything about the water at DR, but I'll take your advice.
Bro, like I said, there's a dog drinking the water there.
Oh man.
I wasn't even. You know what, bro? I misspoke. I didn't drink the water. I was brushing my teeth with that water. It fucked me up.
I'm for brushing teeth. Well, anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get my brother in here. But
Sure.
shout out to y'all.
Well, thank you.
I hope y'all have a great room.
I hope you get better. Are you in the hospital for a reason too, or you're visiting?
No, I'm in the hospital for a reason.
We wish you better health. You don't have to tell us more than you want, but I'm sorry.
Nah, fuck that, David. Tell us what happened. What happened to you? I ain't gonna dox you. I don't got time for that. What happened to you, man? You banged your ding on it?
Yeah, probably gender reassignment surgery.
Yo, hey, Shaka, are you in the hospital in Brooklyn? I'll come see you tonight.
Y'all funny today. I bet you play too.
Bro, 100%. What do you want to eat? Because I know the hospital food is 100% I'm going. What do you want to eat, bro? I'll go to the diner and pick it up for you right now. Tell me.
I'm good, JP. I'm good. I appreciate that. You a smooth criminal. A lot of you not. You're a very smooth criminal. But no. I'm good. What you call it? Yeah.
Are you medicated? Are you medicated right now?
Nah, not medicated at all. I'm actually typing. I'm not on medication.
Yo, let me come there. I'll start fucking banging some bedpans. I'll bring you fucking Thorazine.
Yeah, it's actually pretty wild in here. I didn't expect this hospital to be so eventful. So next door to me, they're like, or they were fighting. You had one roommate calling the next one a heroin.
You know, I always encourage people, hey, go to the bank and get a job as a teller, right? Go to Chase.
This is the first you giving advice about careers to clownhouse people.
Who used to be the CEO of Chase Bank. Reed Hastings started at Chase as a teller, and he worked his way up to being CEO. So Chase Bank to this day has a policy that they want every employee to have a bachelor's degree, and they'll pay for it. You can go major in liberal arts. You know, but the caveat is that you had to get at least a C, which I think you can maintain, you know, because you're also working a job, but they would also pay for you to get your master's, but you'd have to get your master's in like finance or management or these other things. And if you did, then what they would require is that you spend 5 years with the bank, and if you leave within 5 years, you have to pay back the tuition costs. So I'm saying there are ways, if people really want to put their heads together, how to make this tenable and how to make this feasible in the best interests of large corporations, in the best interests of the states that these people are living in the best interest of the big cities like mine. Like I said, these people, you can't walk into a restaurant and not see migrant workers. You know, maybe there's just ways to tie an incentive to the labor and tie it back to the benefit of the community. You know, I just don't think there's enough political will, because the bottom line is it's still about cheap labor. You know, so if you said to like Target and Walmart, hey, you have to pay, you know, like here in New York, like if you work in a fast food, there's a minimum wage of 50.
For one, mind your business. You don't gotta be the
Why
peacemaker
didn't you
on this app.
mind your business instead of instigating?
They were already going to fight. I just made it real by placing bets.
Egging it on.
Because if she would have got those places, they were setting up cameras and stuff. That was gonna be content for the rest of the month, right? And if someone lost, I got $100.
Just made me laugh. Like I was driving and I hear him say it, and I was like, you know what? It just made me laugh. It was good.
See, you think, in all seriousness, Cam, of a more untalented, despicable human being that's become famous and rich than Greta Thunberg, who says she's for the environment but flies first class.
I was gonna say, I met her, like she flies like first class and stuff. I mean, I don't have a problem with everybody flying first class. I just find it hilarious that it comes from her mouth specifically. But she kicks and screams about being environmentally friendly and stuff. Which I say, if you want to fly first class, that's fine. I just say, just be honest about it. Just say, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I'm doing this for money, and I make a lot of money, and I fly around, you know?
Well, Tim, she has a new cause now. Now she's the biggest anti-Semite in the world.
Wait, is she really? Is that like what her... Really?
Her big spiel now is, go Palestine.
I didn't know that. Really? I didn't know that.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. She got pulled out of a what do you call it, protest shit, and they were like arraigned her, and she was all dressed in like Hamas fucking headband.
Has she been canceled?
Wait, who is that?
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg.
Jeez,
Has she been canceled at all?
No.
She hasn't been canceled. The libtards are running towards her as fast as they can, throwing money at that dumb bitch. And we're supposed to feel bad because she's autistic. I don't give a fuck if you're retarded or not.
Oh, I didn't even know she was.
Yeah, she's.
I don't care if she's retarded or
I
not.
don't really care.
She has Asperger's, and you should not feel guilty for her. Don't allow us to use that as a pass. Well, let me use it as a pass.
Well, she uses it as a pass. She gets away with everything. But I don't give a fuck how retarded you are. You're an anti-Semite, and you're a piece of shit. What's up, Rydell? Reset, David. I gotta mute you because I get feedback. It's alright. I hear Holly's voice. So, Rydell, a quick reset. We're talking about people who are just not good people. A, B, why there's no sense of community on Clubhouse. Like, I feel like Rydell, let me tell you something. If I had to make a 1A and a 1B for loyalty, MG and Rydell are right up there, 1A and 1B. You are not going to find a more loyal person on this app than Rydell. That's a fact. What's up, Rydell?
Hi, guys.
Also, Rydell, Holly invited me over to her house, even though her husband's going to be there. I said, you don't want to do that because I look better in person.
I love that. Well, hello, and yes, we love MG. MG is another wonderful, beautiful, biracial, loyal girl. My sister.
I'm not biracial though.
I know. I'm just.
Was that an inside joke?
My bad.
Okay, that was the inside joke from the other day. Okay, I got you.
Oh yeah, but no, absolutely. So what happened? What I missed? Where did all this stem from?
I got a little smoke for you. But it's not real smoke because you are loyal and I love you. I love you. You're my sister, no doubt. But
absolutely.
We were talking about why there's a lack of community on Clubhouse, and I said because people support spaces knowing that it's going to be toxicity. We had Brent today call me a pedophile, but half the people in this room will go to that room. Yeah, half the people in this room will go support his spaces, which amazes me. And then we got people like Soren, who is Doc Strohan's daughter, offline. Doc's Norm, offline. And it's just bizarre to me how we support these spaces with these toxic people.
So I think that many of us don't know that a lot of this happens. I mean, I will have to say this last year, I just had a baby. My son's about ready to turn 1. I've got a 6-year-old. I work full time. My husband works full time. Most of the time it's background noise. I think a lot of us don't really know what's going on because many of us have kind of just gone back into the real world. I mean, this app was big during